Today I want to discuss the new chapter. The name of the chapter is revenue. Now the question is, what does it mean revenue? The revenue is the money received payment from the sale of commodity. So in this chapter revenue, so there are three types of revenue is there. So these three types of revenues are first one is total revenue. Symbolically we can write the tier. So what does it mean tier? Tier is equal to P into Q. Here P is equal to the selling price of commodity, selling price of commodity, and Q is equal to quantity sold. Say for example, if I sold 100 unit of marker, say for example 100 unit of marker, if I sell to the market and if the price per marker is rupees 20, then what will be the total revenue? The total revenue will be P into Q, right? So what is the P? The P means the price of commodity is rupees 20, and how much amount of quantity I am selling? 100 unit. So 100 unit. So if I multiply rupees 20 into 100 unit, so it's coming 2000 rupees. So this is the concept of total revenue. Clear? Now the second concept is average revenue. Symbolically we can write the AR. Clear? What is AR? AR is equal to TR by Q. What is TR? TR is equal to PQ or P into Q divided by Q. If I cut Q, so it's coming P. Means that I can write here. So AR is equal to P. Now always you have to keep in your mind the AR is equal to TR by Q. This is number 1. And number 2 is AR is equal to P. When we are going for any type of numerical problems, then we have to apply the concept AR is equal to TR by Q and AR is equal to P. Understand? Now the third type of revenue is the marginal revenue. Is marginal revenue is called MR. So what is the meaning of MR? MR is equal to delta TR by delta Q. What does it mean, delta TR? Delta TR means the change of total revenue and delta Q means the change of quantity. Now question is, what does it mean marginal revenue? For extra 1 unit of changing the quantity of selling to the market, how much amount of revenue changing, the ratio is called the marginal revenue. So that is why MR is equal to delta TR by delta Q. Now you look, how can I calculate the MR, marginal revenue? Suppose quantity is given 0, 1 and 2. Suppose TR is given, TR means total revenue. We know that 0 unit of selling, the total revenue is 0. 1 unit, say for example, the revenue is coming 10 rupees and 2 unit is 20 rupees. Clear? Now, you have to find out the marginal revenue. Marginal revenue is equal to delta TR by delta Q. Clear? So for the 0 unit of selling, we are not getting any point, that is why this is undefined. When quantity increase from 0 to 1 unit, then how much amount of total revenue changes? 0 to 10 rupees, means 10 minus 0. 10 minus 0 divided by 1 minus 0. It's coming 10 rupees. Clear? When again you sold out more 1 unit, 1 to 2 unit, then the total revenue increase from 10 to 20 rupees. But what is the delta TR? Total revenue changes. So 20 minus 10. 20 minus 10 divided by 2 minus 1. That is called the delta Q. So it's coming 10. So in this way, we can calculate the marginal revenue. Okay. Now, the concept of the total revenue, average revenue and the marginal revenue, these three concepts, I can explain it by taking a numerical data. Now the question is, complete the following table. Complete the following table. The table is given. Four column. First column is the units of output. Units of output is Q. Second column is the total revenue is a TR. Third column is the average revenue is AR. And the fourth column is the marginal revenue is called MR. Data is given 1, 2 and 3. total revenue you have to find out, total revenue column. Average revenue data is given, suppose 10, 8 and 6, and marginal revenue you have to find out. Now look how you can solve the sums. At first you make the table, 4 column you make 1, 2, 3, 4. First column you write the quantity starting from 0 unit, then 1, 2 and 3. Total revenue, data not given. Average revenue data is given. For 1 unit of selling 10, 2 unit is 8 and 3 unit of 6, and we know that for 0 unit it will be undefined, and 0 unit of selling the total revenue will be 0. Now you have to find out the total revenue column. Now look, we know that AR is equal to TR by Q. Yes. Now TR is equal to AR into Q. Now AR is this and quantity is this, Q is this. If you multiply AR into Q, then we can get the TR. Now 10 into 1, it's coming 10. 8 into 2, it's coming 16. 6 into 3 is coming 18. Now you have to find out the MR. MR is equal to delta TR by delta Q. Right? So we know that for the 0 unit of selling, there is no changes of marginal revenue. That is why we are not getting any coordinate point. That is why MR is equal to undefined. Now in the case of 1 unit of selling, so how much amount of total revenue is changing? That is called delta TR. Delta TR is 10 minus 0. So 10 minus 0 is called the delta TR, and delta Q is 1 minus 0. It's coming 10. Then for the unit of quantity 2, how much total revenue changes? 16 minus 10. 16 minus 10 divided by 2 minus 1 is coming 6. And for the 3 unit of selling, how much amount of delta TR? 18 minus 16 and 3 minus 2 is, how much amount is coming? Is 2. Clear? Now in this way we can solve the any type of numerical problems, but always you have to keep in your mind the marginal revenue will be the delta TR by delta Q, and AR is equal to TR by TR by Q, sorry, either, or AR is equal to P. Right. So in this way any type of problem I can solve. So in the next video I will discuss how you can draw the total revenue curve, average revenue curve and the marginal revenue curve, and how you can solve the numerical problems. Okay? Bye.